Hello, I'm Alison Merritt, and today on Thinking Outside the Box, I am going to show you how I created these cute and sparkly seahorses. For these, I used a silkscreen from RJCrafts, along with some mica powders, which are new in her shop from RJCrafts, and some Arteza glitter gel pens. Aren't these cute? I also finished them off in resin, and I have not done the back side yet because I'm going to create a bunch of these, and in a future tutorial, probably within the next 3 weeks, I'm going to show you what you can create with a bunch of these. So look for that. But these are what we're going to do today, and today I'm specifically going to show you how to create one like this. This one was made using black clay, and this one I used white clay, and I colored the outer edge in silver. I used a different silver pen for this one. We're going to solely use the glitter pen around the edges, so it's going to be much more sparkly. But these are pretty cool, and they were a lot of fun to make. So let's go ahead and I will show you what you will need in the way of supplies to create these. The first thing you're going to need is polymer clay. You can use black or you can use white. Like I said, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you using the white. I use Sculpey Primo. That's my favorite clay. But you can use any clay that you want. This is rolled out on my pasta machine to a number 4 thickness because I am going to be using UV resin on the sides, front and back, so it's going to make it a little thicker. I got a lot going in the background today. I got cats playing, dogs whining. The next thing you're going to need is the cutter set for the seahorses. And that's RJCrafts. I'm going to have links to everything in the description below this video. You're also going to need the silkscreen, and you get 6 sizes. These 2 little guys down here are opposite, so you can make a pair of earrings. How cute is that? I used the larger to create these. And this silk screen's actually backwards. I had to look at that for a second. I'm like, why is that not matching up? But it's shiny side up, or the shiny side is the side you want down. So this, I put this back in the package, back upside down. So that's why that looks like that. You're also going to need a brush to apply your mica powders. And this brush is from Tiny Pandora. I've had it probably going on 2 years now, and it's still as beautiful as the day that I got it. I got the whole set of the brushes, and this one is the one that I use the most. It does not shed. It is last like incredibly long. So you're gonna need that. And look at these. These luscious micas are new mica powders that RJCrafts is carrying in the shop. And they are just amazing. I think she's got like 30 new colors, so you might want to check it out. But all of them are shimmery. She's got every color under the sun. These are just beautiful. I showed you in my last tutorial using the silver foil, and that's new in her shop. She's got purples, just every color. I don't have all of them here. This is just a little selection that I brought out. I'm going to be making 2 in 2 different colors, or each one will have 3 colors on it. So I will also have a link in the description for this. I also used these Arteza glitter pens. You get 14 glitter gel pens in a pack, and you get every single color. There's different shades of green, blue, there's a black, there's a silver. These are really cool pens. And I wanted to try them out on baked polymer clay, and they definitely work. So you need those. And last but not least, my favorite go-to UV resins is the Tiny Pandora Deep Shine Brush On UV Finish. I use this for my edges on pieces that I want to dome. I also use this on beads. So things that you don't want to dome, that's a great resin. Then of course my go-to doming resin is the Easy Dome UV resin by RJCrafts. So you're going to need this also if you want to finish your pieces off with resin. That I'm not going to show you in this video. I do have a video where I use both of those products, and I will link that in the description below. So let me go ahead and get set up, and I will be back. And I'm back, and I wanted to let you know on these two Seahorses, I used for my mica powders, I did 3 different, so I did kind of a gradient. And this inner part here, and inner part in here, and inner part of the tail, I started off with the turquoise teal, and in the middle part I used purple galaxy, and then the last part in the tail I used Caribbean blue. And I did that on both, so you get quite a different effect from white clay to black clay. The white clay is going to make your pieces a little lighter, or should I say the mica powder is going to show up a little lighter, and it's also going to change the effect of your gel pens on the black clay versus the white clay. So if you're going for more of a pastel effect, use the white clay. If you're going for more of a bold, go ahead and use the black clay. And what I did around here was I took the copper gel pen and I colored around the edges. And I'll show you exactly how I created these. It's going to be the same process. It's just this is white clay, this is black clay. So that is absolutely your choice. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the same colors in this video that I used in those. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using Adobe Orange, Orange Coral, which has a lot of pink in it, and Siesta? Yes, Siesta Sunset. So those are what I am going to, those 3 colors that I'm going to use in this. This I used the larger size, and on this video I'm going to go ahead and use the smaller one. Excuse me. Now, if you want to follow along with this, I am going to be creating probably 2 videos from now, something that you can use with, I mean, you of course can make a pendant out of these, but I am going to be creating a bunch of these and going to be incorporating them into something. I don't want to tell you what that something is yet, but I am going to be doing a tutorial on that. So keep a lookout for that. If you want to follow along, go ahead and make a bunch of these so that you can get ready. As I was saying, I got a phone call, so it shut off. Go ahead and make a bunch of these if you want to follow along with a future tutorial, and I'll show you what I create with them. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create this seahorse here. So we need to find its cutter, and it's the 2nd largest. And that's it right there. So I'm going to put these aside, get out our clay. And what you want to do is you want to burnish this down onto your clay, but you don't want to burnish hard because you don't want to push that clay up through the silkscreen. Shiny side down onto your clay. And I like to start at one edge and just softly push it down onto the clay. And the areas where powder isn't going to get through, you can burnish that a little harder if you want. I just don't like to do it on the part where the powders go through the screen because it could push the clay up through the screen. So we've got our 3 colors. We have the Siesta Sunset, the Orange Coral, and the Adobe Orange. And I'm thinking that I would like them to go in this order. Yeah, I like that order there. So I'm going to start at the top with the pink and then work my way down. And I have not used these yet, so they still have the little seal on the top of them. So go ahead and pull that off, and you could either put it back in the cap or discard it, and I usually just discard it. But I do like to work out of the cap. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of the powder, and I'm starting up here on the head and just dabbing it on. Could be a little generous with it because you want to make sure all of that powder gets down into the screen. And then kind of to get a gradient, I like to kind of just bring it down a little like that. All right, next color. Always put your caps on because you never know. You might sneeze or you might get an animal walking through or something may happen and then you end up spilling your mica powder everywhere. Now we're going to use the orange. And I rub that, kind of bring it up, bring it down a little, kind of get as good a gradient as I can. And last but not least, the Siesta Sunset. These are really pretty colors together. And rub that in. Kind of pull it up a little to try and get a gradient. And just make sure all of them are burnished in and every part of your screen has the mica going through it so you have a nice clean image. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull it up. And look at that. That is so pretty. Love that. That is so beachy looking, especially with the white. All right, I'm gonna put this off to the side, but just to let you know, to clean these, you can just rinse with water. You could add a little dish soap to it to make sure you get the mica off, but you don't need to rush to do this like you would with paints. This is just mica powder. It's not gonna hurt your screen. So I'm not even gonna put that in a tub of water, not necessary. All right, now we're going to go ahead and cut. Let me clean my hands off so I don't get mica on it where I don't want it. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut our image. And what you wanna do is just line it up. And you can go with all the little notches, you can see where they match up. And there's going to be a little bit of a border, so you just kind of want to even that out on both sides. And you just do it the best that you can. I usually look down at the bottom on the tail and up at the top and line those up. And once you've lined those up from down here to up there, then it's usually all good. I like to take an acrylic block to cut, to just push down. And then we are going to remove the clay. Cut in a few places instead of just lifting the cutter up, which you can do. Or you can do it like this, and you just lift the clay up from around the cutter. And now lift the cutter. And there you go. Now what I'm going to do before we go on to the next step is I am going to bake this. I'm going to put it in at 275 for 275 for 40 minutes. And when I come back, I'll show you the next step. So 275 for 40 minutes. All right, I am back and our Seahorse is out of the oven and it is fully cooled. It absolutely looks beautiful just by itself. You don't even need to go this next step, but if you want to, that's what I'm gonna show you. So I've got my Arteza glitter gel pens, and you get lots of colors. There's a teal, there's two different kinds of greens, there's black. These have glitter in them, which are pretty freaking awesome. They work wonderful on white paper and black paper. So, I mean, that's what they're intended for, but I use them on polymer clay to color things in like this. So there's kind of like an orangish color. Then there's red. I might put that over there. A couple of blues, a purple. And these are the colors that I think that I'm going to use in the Seahorse. Silver for the outside. Then there's yellow. There's kind of a dark orange, a lighter orange, a copper, and a pink. So I'm going to zoom in a little and we are going to color. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is, this is where you need to sit down and decide where your colors are gonna go. And I think I'm gonna go with the pink and color in all of the dots here. So you just take your pen and color in on the clay, and it's as simple as that. And I'm going over all of the dots, not leaving any of the white. And when you get to these smaller ones, you can just dot it on there too. Okay, so those are colored in. Now we have to determine, I think for the eye, I'm gonna go with this, or around the eye, I'm gonna go with this yellow. Which could be considered gold also. And you're just coloring in the lines is all you're doing. Just having fun with coloring. And let's see, the copper. I really like this copper. I think I'm going to do all the little fins around him in this color. And it kind of blends in with the color we used up top, but that's okay. Sometimes you need to get a little piece of paper, and if I can find one, and naturally I can, and run your pen on the paper if it's not coming off when you color, and that gets it flowing again. So I'm just going to color all these fins in. And you see how smoothly this goes onto the clay. It's actually pretty amazing. Oh, I don't know if I wanted to do that color. I meant to keep going this way. And I mean, you could use any colors you want. I just chose to kind of stick with these colors. On this one, I kind of went a little wild and made it very colorful. So that's entirely up to you. All right, so we've got that, and I think I'm gonna go with this darker orange here, and I can just color over that part that I did in the copper. And you might want to go back over it and give it a second coat if you're not happy with the coverage on the first, but it does pretty well. And I think we'll go orange up here. We haven't used that one yet. And color these in with orange. And I'd like some more pink. And I think I'm going to do all of these in here pink. And those outer ones, I think I'll go yellow. It's highly unusual for me to not make something with purple in it. So I'm going a little out of my comfort zone. But I'm also trying to stay within the beach theme on this one, since we went with oranges and pinks. And I have cats fighting. Ah, Luna. You need to chill out. Add some pink here. And let's see, what do we have left? I think we'll go copper in here. And when you're done with this, you won't even be able to tell that it was on white clay. And for up here, I think we will go with orange. No, I already used orange over there. Let's go with, this darker orange. But it will probably blend in with that pink, but that's okay. Yeah, that looks pretty. All right, I want to go over this one area here with my pink again because I see some white showing. All right, now we are going to finish up the white outer part with silver. For that extra bit of sparkle. And I think what I'm gonna do is do this off camera since you've got the idea of how I did this. And when I'm done doing the whole outer part with the silver, I'll be back. Okay, I am just about done. Coloring in the silver part. And this is how it looks. Very sparkly. I think I missed a spot right here. Now what you can do is either you can go along your edges now with the pen, like this, or you can wait and do it afterwards. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat today. So you can do that, or you can wait and do it afterwards, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this back in the oven to set the gel pen. Oh, I did miss a spot, look at that. Missed a whole area here. All right, so now that we're done with the silver along the border, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the oven at 275 for 15 minutes, and that's going to set the ink on there to make it permanent. I'll be back. All right, I am back, and our piece is out of the oven, and I went ahead and put the resin on it, and you can see how sparkly that is. Really cool. With the micas from RJCrafts and the gel pens from Arteza, and just really happy with the results. And you have so many colors to work with that you can just let your imagination go wild with these. and come up with all sorts of different color combinations. Now, on to the giveaway. Arteza has been gracious enough to offer one set of their glitter gel pens. You get 14 glitter gel pens, and they come in all these amazing colors. One lucky person will win this. This is open to all, and all you have to do to enter the contest is to comment, to like, and to share this video. And share anywhere on social media: Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, wherever you want to share it would be awesome. So 2 weeks from today, which will be the 22nd of March, one person will be randomly chosen, and it will be announced on my Facebook page who the winner is. So make sure you look in the description below this video. I will have links to everything used in the video. I will have links to how I did the resin. I have a separate video for that, and links to also get this set from Arteza, and there's a coupon as well, so that you can get a discount on it. But my Facebook page is also on there, so you want to make sure to check that out to see if you're a winner. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it fun and useful, and I'm hoping to be back next week with another free tutorial for you. I may be taking a week off because I am going to be working in the she shed. We got a lot of finishing up to do, but I'm hoping that I can get you another video next week. So as always, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.